Crossing fingers that it works.
Says it's on.
Wonderful. Well, good morning, everyone. This is Carrie Sparks with Pioneer Title, your Arizona title gal, and welcome to Thursday. And each Thursday, I do a segment with Paul Phoenix from Nexa Mortgage on reverse mortgages. But I just want to start by saying thank you so much for watching our video, and just add a little bit of some motivation, kind of let you know what's going on in my world. I have, it's been an interesting COVID-19 experience. I was nominated, and I got one of the 2020 Women of Chandler honors this year. And so I am so appreciative to the people who nominated me and the interview process. And it's in the Chandler area right now in Chandler Lifestyle magazine. So that was pretty cool. And then I was nominated for something else. And yesterday I did the interview with the Arizona Business Magazine for one of the Arizona Business People of the Year, Women of the Year, that will be coming out in August. And through the process of the interview yesterday, they were interviewing me about some of my life experiences. And going back to, I'm just so, for those people who do not know, I'm a cancer survivor. I also survived a mild stroke about 8 years ago. So I always have the attitude of really looking at life that if I can do it, then, you know, I really believe that most people on the planet can do it as long as their feet hit the ground in the morning. That corresponded with some training that I had yesterday with my business coach that I have, Daryl Turner from California. Amazing coach. I think he's the top coach in the escrow industry, and I'm blessed to be a part of his coaching program. And he was talking about 3 different types of people. And I reiterated some of the coaching into the interview that I did with Arizona Business yesterday. And I think it's important for some people to really hear what this coach said to our group yesterday. And he said there's 3 different kinds of people in business right now. There are the people that are surviving the COVID-19 experience. There are the people that are doing nothing and dying on the vine. And then there are the people, and I really see this in myself, and I believe that this is why I survived cancer and why I have thrived when I came out of my experience with my mild stroke, was I choose to thrive. And I've been thriving through this experience of COVID-19, and I've been blessed with people reaching out to me. So for those people that I've been able to get closer to during this time, my customers who have supported me and supported my branches and Pioneer Title, I appreciate you to the end of the world. Thank you so much. If you do not have a relationship with someone at Pioneer Title, I'd love to be that person. My phone number is 602-715-5704. I'm never too busy to take a phone call, text, or respond to an email. So please put me to work. I absolutely adore what I do and the people that I work with. So with that being said, we had a plan this morning to talk about construction loans as it relates to and using reverse mortgages for that. Well, it's still not available.
No.
And we kind of thought that might be the case. But
well,
Paul's going to talk today about, I'm just going to let him run with it. And we talked a little bit, we go to some scenarios, some things that are in the market. But Paul, can you please introduce yourself and give us your licensing number?
Sure. My name is Paul Phoenix. I'm with Nexa Mortgage. 176585 is my NMLS number. You can contact me like Carrie. I'm never too busy to take a phone call. It's 480-734-7024. And yeah, we were going to discuss a lot of the niche programs with reverses, but it seems they're all back to basics. We've had quite a few niche programs out there, you know, down to 60 years old. We had some different construction. There was a bunch of different products, but right now we're basically back back to basics. So 62 years and above, and the lending limits haven't changed, but the interest rates have gotten substantially better, which means more borrowing power, more loan to, and if you're to relate it to the forwards, it'd be more loan to value. So we've got some really positive news out there on reverse mortgages in the last week. So it's only getting better.
Can you go over a couple of scenarios of people that you've helped in the past and how maybe financially their situation has benefited from going from a forward mortgage to a reverse?
Absolutely. I mean, that is basically one or two. With the reverse mortgage, it's all about quality of life, or using your equity in your home to actually shore up your estate. So, but there's a lot of people out there, and we discussed this. Over 10,000 people a day are turning 62 years old and are not prepared for retirement. Their homes aren't paid off, and they're looking at a way to secure their future. So this is one good way. Even if, for example, I have one now that's just literally paying off the mortgage that they owe in a house that they plan on staying in for a while. They are going to get about $2,000 cash back at closing, but not any line of credit or any substantial amount of money. But they're not going to have a house payment for the rest of their lives as long as they choose to stay in that home. So that's going to take them a $1,630 a month payment out of their pocket every month. It's close to $19,000 a year.
That's pretty significant when you look at someone's budget as they go into.
That's $19,000. Yeah, that's $19,000 a year, and that goes to quality of life. Unfortunately, in this situation I'm talking about, their job they've been at for 22 years isn't too secure right now. They work for a small business. They don't know if they're going to have a job here in the next month or so, but they're working currently, and this takes a lot of the pressure off. It takes like the wife said, I can sleep at night now because they're going to have a house, they're going to have enough to take care of it, and if they were to just end up with Social Security, they're still going to be able to survive. That's one case scenario. That's a worst case scenario. There's a lot of situations out there where people, another one, I'll go back a few months, where they had been retired for 8 years. They still were receiving some, they still had their Social Security. They still had two small pensions, but the home that they lived in, the one that they want to stay in, was paid off. They were unable to get a forward mortgage because of the debt ratio. So they're sitting on $250,000, but they couldn't get the money out of it. So, and the reason they wanted to pull some of the money out of it is because there's the house needed some maintenance, and they couldn't afford to do it. Needed a new air conditioner, some things like that. So what we decided to do is we put a reverse mortgage on it. Not only did we give them a line of credit, but we gave them a monthly income. That's another way to set up with a reverse mortgage. You can automatically set up to receive an amount every month over 3, 5, 7 years, however you set it up, whatever your lending ability is. So that not only increased their quality of life, but it gave them the ability to go to dinner, go traveling, and do things like that. So there's quite a few different ways, and that's what this comes down to, is quality of life and removing the stress out of seniors' lives.
And that's an amazing thing to have, especially during these times of uncertainty and all that kind of stuff. So any other scenarios you want to talk about? Because I am excited about what we're going to do next week. So
okay, I am too, actually. I want to talk about now versus then. Now we're in a situation, 20 years ago, most people worked for a company their entire lives. They paid off their house. They had grandkids. Their kids were off on their own. It's not like that anymore, especially during these times. Their children need help. Their kids, their grandkids need help financially. And, sometimes not only just financially, but they need help, and their houses aren't paid off. So this gives them the ability to help their kids. And that's what it comes down to for everybody, is if they have financially, if they can help their children, this is one way to do it. We talked about kids involved in reverse mortgages and the approval of getting a reverse mortgage. And honestly, I've only seen one situation where the adult child was not comfortable with it. It didn't. They eventually said that was okay, but the whole family must be involved in this decision if there's going to be a family and there's going to be an estate and things like that. So I really like to have everybody at the table, or have a phone call at least, to explain what's going on. I don't want a reverse mortgage to pop up and be a surprise on somebody.
Are you seeing a rise in the popularity of the product, year after year?
Absolutely, absolutely. My phone's ringing off the hook. It's gotten incredibly busy. Yes. Yes, and thank God there's a lot of good information out there now, because the problem with reverse mortgages is there's so much bad information out there. I don't want to call it fake news, but it is. There's a lot of really bad information out there. And it comes from, the common belief that if it's too good to be true, it isn't. Because these do sound too good to be true. There's a lot of drawbacks to them. They don't fit everybody. It just takes time. It takes someone like me, and there's some other really good loan officers that are going to take the time to explain them. This is not a 5-minute phone call and let's sign you up. This is a good hour conversation, and I prefer, if we're not locked down, to be sitting at the table and going through this from all the way from the beginning to the end. I mean, that's from the beginning of the loan, the process, how it works while you're in the loan, and what happens after you leave the home.
Can you give your contact information, your licensing information again?
Okay. Yeah.
And let us know how long have you been doing reverses for? Because this is not new, and this is actually a niche.
Yes. Again, my name's Paul Phoenix. I'm with Nexa Mortgage, 480-734-7024. Phoenix at nexamortgage.com, and my NMLS number is 176585. And I've been doing reverse mortgages for the last 11 years. And that's the fun. I've been in the mortgage industry since 2000. So, but the funny thing is my dad forced me to do my first one. My dad's a retired fighter pilot. He was a wing commander or a section commander out at Willie. And he went to teach at MCC and ASU accounting. And in 2008, he drugged me to one of these. I'm a loan officer at the time. He drugged me to one of those, lunch and learn things. And I'm like, yeah, I've heard of him, Dad. And he literally forced me to do one. And once I started doing it, I fell in love with him. And again, my dad was he was financially, he was CPA. And I was really surprised because I bought into the reverse mortgages aren't a good deal. And the more I got into them, and this was 2008, they're not even close to as being as good as they were today. As back then, they're not even close to what they are today. But they're a very effective financial tool. The majority
you
of my
closely with some financial planners.
My number one referral base is financial planners. My financial planners. And it's funny, it's almost a bipolar industry. I've got really wealthy, secure, smart, money savvy people, or I got people that just are hanging on. So the people in the middle, those are the ones that don't think it's a good idea. It's the ones on the very top end. We do jumbos. 1.6 million is the largest I've ever done. And then we have them all the way down to 90,000.
And all different types of property.
Oh, everything.
Condos
Anything
to luxury to
manufactured on land. Yes.
Okay.
With wells, everything else. I pulled homes out of foreclosure with a reverse mortgage. So there's a lot of different options out there for us.
Well, I think we'll kind of go ahead and wrap this up today. I just really appreciate you doing and spending your time. I know how busy you are. So the fact that you take some time and come on and talk on Facebook.
Carrie, I really appreciate being here.
I express my gratitude. Patty Larson and I just adore you. And
that's my girl. Are you kidding? She can do no wrong. She's awesome. Matter of fact, when we get off this, I got to open up another title with her here in the next 10 minutes.
Oh, right on. Patty Larson is one of the branch managers for Pioneer Title in Chandler, and just a phenomenal escrow mind. And
especially when it comes to, on top, she's awesome all the way around. But when it comes to reverse mortgages, I've never found anybody better. She is just.
We actually should probably have Patty come on sometime and talk about the escrow side of it.
Oh, that'd be, you know what? That would
I'm not your gal for that. So
I know, you know what? That would probably be a really good idea, because it's a different process. There's 2 deeds of title. There's quite a different process. So that would probably be a really good 15 minutes, just so that they know.
Next week, we're going to do something, and I'm going to, if there's someone that is watching this right now and would like to be a panelist, please reach out to me. I'd love to talk with you about it, but Paul is going to invite one of the realtors that he works with that works with folks with this product on a regular basis. So you'll hear from a realtor, you'll hear from obviously Paul on the mortgage side, but we're going to start breaking this out now, and then at some point have a financial planner come on and go from that angle. So you'll become more educated in the different ways people look at this product. But again, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Happy Thursday. In the Phoenix metro area today, I don't know that it gets much better than this in May. So hopefully everyone can get outside, enjoy a park, maybe go and venture out to one of the restaurants, of course, always being responsible. And but thanks for listening. I'm Carrie Sparks, your Arizona title gal at Pioneer Title, and just again, super gracious to everyone. And I hope, just as at the beginning when we talked about surviving, existing or thriving, I hope you have a wonderful day and thrive. And give me a call if I can help you with any of your title and escrow needs. I always want to be put to work, so keep me busy through all this COVID-19. And for those people that are, again, thank you so much, and thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Carrie. I really appreciate the time.